Well, there's a saying, great things come in small packages. This holds very true. This is the Funkey S, probably one of the world's smallest, cutest handheld game players I've ever seen. This little guy is basically a small version of the Gameboy Advance SP, but has additional shoulder buttons, and you have a micro USB port to charge and to transfer over all your favorite games. Now, speaking of games, this guy can emulate Game Boy, Gameboy Color, Gameboy Advance, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Master. Also, you could do PlayStation 1, and of course, it could play Doom. So stick around, I'll show you this cool little gadget, the Funkey S, and as the name implies, yes, I had the most fun in a long time. Alright, so just for size comparison, here's a sticky note, standard size. You can see it clearly sits nicely on there. Bring over an Apple Watch. This is a 45mm edition. As you can see, the size comparison, you could basically fit the Apple Watch on top of this guy, but this guy is a little bit chunky. Yes, it's a little bit thicker than the Apple Watch, but I appreciate the little bit thicker design. But if you have a dollar bill laying around, you can see the size of a dollar bill. You could fit maybe 1, 2, 3 of these guys on a single dollar bill. Now, just for comical sakes, here's an iPhone 12 Pro. You can see it basically dwarfs this little guy. Wow, I didn't realize how big my fingers were, or this guy is just super tiny. Now, I do apologize for my fat fingers in advance, so forgive me, but luckily since this guy boots up so quickly, we don't have to dwell on that. Now, I can't get over how cute this guy is. This guy is super cute, has the cool little button layout here, and of course, if you want to get a little spicy, you can add your own buttons or your customized color buttons right there. Now, if we look at the layout here, you can see your traditional A, B, X, Y over there, your directional control. Now, for the system menu, you have your functional button right there. It allows you to change the volume, the layout of the theme. Also, you can change the brightness of your screen. Now, here is your function. Some games require that, and you have your start-stop right there. Now, there's a speaker, and you got your little LED right there, letting you know it's charging or if your battery's running low. Okay, so since the guy is so cute, you got that cute little hinge right there, and you got the little logo of the company. The hinge seems pretty durable, and you do have additional shoulder buttons right there. There's 2 screws, allows you to remove the faceplate or the back cover, so you can add either your cool colorful buttons, or how about a lanyard, so you can take this with you. Take it to school, take it to work, but make sure your boss or teacher doesn't find out, because they'll probably take this for themselves. Such a cool little unit. Alright, so last thing we're going to talk about is the micro USB, where you can charge and transfer your game data over here. And speaking of data, this guy can expand up to 128 gigabytes of memory. Also, you have a 1.54 inch display, and this guy is running a Cortex ARM A7 processor at 1.2 GHz, so it's definitely pretty powerful to run all your game systems. Alright, so let's go and look at the game systems you can run. You got your Game Boy, you got your Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, your Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and if you recall the Game Gear, which was Sega's first attempt at a handheld, but remember it took a bunch of AA batteries, so taking that power brick was the absolute necessity. Okay, so you got the Sega Master, Sega Genesis, and here's a couple I'm not too familiar with. Maybe you guys heard of the Linux. It was a handheld, but I don't think it was that popular. But I remember the Neo Geo Pocket. It was definitely a handy device for the long road trips, and I like being able to bring Sonic and Tails with me. Okay, so here's another handle I'm not too familiar with. Maybe you guys had it, so let me know in the comments if you tried out this system. And what's impressive is, yes, you can play PlayStation 1 games. Alright, we're back to the main menu here. Now, let's look at the actual system here. If we go into one of them, you can see you have the nice cover art. And if you want to go back, just press the B button right there, and it goes back to the main menu. Now, I really do like this layout. Kind of brings back the tiles, so it's like if you had a huge collection of tiles. Now let's go and just go into one. I don't know, which one should I choose? I'll choose this one. I'm not sure what game I chose, but we'll just take a look here. Alright, so I think I have the volume up so you can hear any background music. You can see the display is really nice for such a small unit. 1942. Yep. Remember that old-fashioned music? Oh, so this is one of those airplane games. So let's see. I can go back. I do apologize. I've never... Okay, so how do I shoot? Shoot. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take this to work with me. I think... they don't mind me just playing games at work, especially since it's so small. If the boss comes along, I can just stick this in my back pocket or hide it under some sheets of paper, so he thinks I'm actually doing some work. So yeah, really cool. Okay, so let's go and back out of it. You can either go into your menu here, where you can change the volume, your brightness. You can actually save the game right there, but keep in mind, if I close the little lid, it will actually save the game right then and there. I'll show you that real quick. So close the lid, and the system will automatically boot down or shut down for you. And if you open the lid back up, it will actually boot up exactly where you left off. So yes, it's great if the boss walks in, they won't suspect any wrongdoing. So very cool. Okay, so let's just go and jump back into the main menu here. We're going to exit out of the game. Yep, we want to exit. And we can go back into Game Boy. Now, I like this menu style, but if you have a bunch of games, it does get kind of tedious having to scroll through all your games. There's like a search button where you can search by the alphabetical order or something, or just by the last letter or something. The menu here, and there's actually a way to go into a different theme. You can see you have classic, you have Funkey's theme, retro, and here's this theme I like the best. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It will take a second to boot up. And you can see this theme is pretty cool. Very nice. But most importantly, you can actually change how the layout of the apps are as well. So let me show you that. So we're going to this launcher right here. We'll jump into it. And this is very useful because if you have a lot of games, you can quickly jump into a game you want to play. So for example, one of my favorite games of all time was the Super Mario, and I believe it was on the Game Boy. Let me go into it. You can see the little icon of the Game Boy. You got your Game Boy Color right there. But let's just go and jump in. And you can see I do have a list of games right here, but I can just quickly scroll down to the game I want. But like I said, I kind of wish there was a search feature where I can just quickly search the title, especially if you have a lot of games installed. Now, I did upgrade this guy to 128 gigabytes. Out of the box, I believe it comes with 32 gigabytes. It's pretty simple to swap out the little micro SD card slot. Okay, so as we scroll down here, you can see there's some popular titles, but mainly I played Tetris and Mario. So remember Kirby Dreamland? That was a really fun one. Actually, let's just go into that one. Yep, the black and white display. Alright, I think we have to push start here. There we go. Okay, can we fly? How do we fly again? Alright, pushing up. I'm trying to remember how to do these games. It's been so long. Okay, I need to suck now. And can I change the power ability? I can't remember. Alright. We're just gonna fly over here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die pretty quickly. Alright, I'll just keep going. Suck up this guy. No. You know, I have a 7-year-old daughter and she's been playing with my Nintendo Switch, which we have Kirby on, and she actually loves it. She actually beat the game. It only took her like 5 hours and she's only like 6 years old. So yeah, this is really fun. I definitely appreciate companies providing consumers like different electronic devices. I know smartphones are nice, they do everything, but kind of having like a throwback with physical buttons is basically a welcoming addition. I kind of remember going back to my childhood, so very, very cool. It can play Doom, yes. That's one question someone had is, can it play Doom? So let's go ahead and go into, I believe it was under the PlayStation. Alright, so hold on one second. Let me go and try to find this for you guys. Alright, so we're back. I do apologize for that. It took me a minute to figure out where it was at. Again, I kind of wish there was a search feature. Alright, so here's Doom. We're going to jump into it. And let's just go ahead and start a new game. Alright, here we go. And I think we can shoot. How do you shoot? Okay, there we go. That's the most important feature, is to be able to shoot. It's a little slow, but for the most part it works well. Okay, now I'm doing that karate chop. I'm probably sure I don't want to just punch people, but let's see. Hope I don't die in front of the camera here. Probably should get my shotgun again. Oh, this is super effective. Come on, alright. Yep, you can see I'm an expert at Doom. Not really. I remember people porting this game over to like calculators, anything that had a color display. That was just the main mission, was, can it play Doom? And yes, this little guy can play Doom. So before I make a fool of myself, I'm gonna go and exit out of this game. Okay, so let's go and give you my final thoughts. I think this is a really cool device. It emulates a lot of systems, and there's a bunch of ROMs out there you can find to download to your device. I like the fact that you can charge via micro USB to transfer your data as well, and you can expand the memory if the 32 gigabytes is not enough. But just from my experience, 32 gigabytes is fine for a lot of the Game Boy games, Gameboy Advance. They're quite small, less than a megabyte. Alright, so what I don't like about the device is the fact that you can't quickly change the volume. I wish there was like a little volume rocker right there. Also, I wish there was a search feature, especially if you have a ton of games. It definitely takes a while having to go through each title. Now, in terms of battery life, I get about 4 to 5 hours depending on what game I'm playing. If I'm playing like PlayStation, I get a little bit less. But luckily, you can take like a USB power brick or like a portable power brick, and you can just plug it right in, so you get more longer play times. Now, the battery on this is a 410 milliamp hour battery, and luckily the rechargeable battery is replaceable, so if it does happen to die on you over time, you can replace it. So thank you so much, Funkey, for sending me out this cool little unit to review and check out. It's definitely something that brought me back to my childhood, and I'll put a link down in the description if you're interested in this little guide to the website. Alright, have a great rest of your day. You guys be safe out there. See you later.